Nibbles. Gino back for your questions here. Got this manual one sent in. Got the questions. This is mailed in. Got it in yesterday, but I listened to it today. Snail mail paid. Send a hard copy with a $50 bill. Plenty okay. Again, you guys and your band names, man. But I guess it's Dumbo Dog. He's known for not being a walking Webster, but Jesus fuck. Kazarian, Caesarian. The album is Wretched Decrepitude. Or you can just put it, see if that tick picks up. Horror, Pain, Gore, Deaths Productions. Pretty cool cover. We might even have these in stock because we trade with Horror, Pain, Gore. You can check the site. I don't know. It looks kind of familiar, and like I said, we do trade with Horror, Pain. But nonetheless, he sent me it. I listened to it, and he sent me this note. He says, "Hails J-Dog, long-time listener, commenting under the name Count Z Danaviscus in the early days. The channel's 94 years old, and long-time patron of Hells. Sending you a paid ski for a review for my band Kerosians EP Wretched Decrepitude. Here's a label blurb. Horror, Pain, Gore, Death Productions probably welcome Cassarian to the roster with their debut EP, Wretched Decrepitude. Formed in Philadelphia in 2024. It plays death metal with influences ranging from 80s to tonic thrash. I mean, not really. it's fucking the death grind stuff, gore grind, basically. It's all you got to say is this: listen to later General Surgery and later Hemorrhage albums, specifically those. It's bang. That's literally what it sounds like. Death Grind, Wretched Decrepitude, Projectile Vomits, 6 tracks of brutal riffs, technical drums, thunderous bass, and a disgusting tri-vocal attack. Mastering for Wretched was handled by Impaled's Leon Del Marte. For fans of Carcass, Creator, Impaled, Exhumed, Demolition Hammer, Cryptopsy, and Cannibal Corpse. Impaled and Carcass and Exhumed, yeah. Demolition Hammer, Cryptopsy, and Cannibal Corpse. Personally, I heard none of that in there. So that's what he said. Yeah, it was good. But again, it wasn't breaking any new ground. To me, I was like, the first thing that popped in my mind, I was like, this sounds like the comeback General Surgery stuff. With less blast beats and not quite as fast a blast when they do. And then also the later Hemorrhage stuff. Let's say, like, not that Hemorrhage drastically changed or something, but just has, if you're a diehard Hem fan, you know. I would say, like the last 3 albums, like Hospital Carnage. I'd say Apology for Pathology up. Let's say that's around that era. General Surgery comeback stuff. And then, yeah, if you like stuff like Ultra Giallo, Gruesome Stuff Relish, give them a check out. I mean, it's another band that style. It was an enjoyable listen, but it's definitely it's kind of a clone band of that stuff, to be honest with you, which is that's cool. Simon Lindstead paid. Oh god, this he wants me to read a review because. All right, got another review for you, and this is a juicy one. I didn't read it yet, but it's the Metal Archives review. I don't know what's juicy about it. It's for Dark Funeral album that you probably can't pronounce. Atera Totus Sanctus. With a score of 0%. So don't be lame and skip over it. You are low on material, remember? Yeah, I am. I got a decent day today. But I'll read it off because you want me to. You know what it says because you already read it. So, because I mean, I'll be honest. And again, I'm not trying to be a dick. But you watch the back catalog, brah. I know you do because you said and your name looks familiar. So I think you sent another review. So that means you sent one before. Then you know what I've always said. My opinion is this: it's not channel talk. I don't care what other people's opinion is on music. I don't, especially a stranger. Like this is Dark Funeral. This is written up by Necropsychotic, February 14th in 2009. This is I guarantee you, some 25-year-old kid wrote this up. He's not even a metal no more. I don't care what some faceless person writes on Metal Archives. Dude, to be honest with you, other than you, and were you the one that sent me Entombed, where there was like an Entombed and then Slaughter, they sent me a Metal Archives review. Those are the only reviews I've ever read on Metal Archives in my life. I've never once, prior to this channel, bringing it up for channel talk, have even clicked on reviews on Metal Archives. Ever. Never, not once. I don't care what somebody else's opinion is. I'll listen to myself and make it my own, especially nowadays. That blows my mind. I can understand when people did it for catalogs like Metal Maniacs and back in the day because you didn't have YouTube and shit. Now, if you find out about a band, just YouTube it. Give it a quick listen if you're interested. Why would you listen to another man's opinion? It makes, again, especially, this is some, I don't even know what this motherfucker looks like. He could be dead or in jail. So he gave it 0%. Am I supposed to be outraged by that? I don't give a shit if he gave it 666% or 0%. But anyways, I'll read it off for you since you need me to read your bedtime story. I never got why Dark Funeral gets so much great acclaim around the world. They're the most criminally overrated band in black metal today. This is the epitome of the word cliche, if there ever was one. Everything this band has done has most definitely been done before, be it the lyrical content or the music itself. It all comes off as being a parody. I've yet to see one hint of originality come from this band. Emperor Magus vocals seem to get worse and worse as years go on. This release is no exception. He has a horrible scream that can be described as blood-curdling scream of a male rape victim. It is just unspectacular compared to many other black metal vocalists. It does not help that the vocals are on the forefront. The mix is especially horrible when he tries to double layer his vocals. He truly is at trying to throw diversity in his screams. Another thing that is wrong is the lyrics. They are overly cliche lyrics about none other than Satan in every song. It seems like EMC goes out whose way to make a reference to Satan or Leviathan or insert other meanings to the satanic name. Since others have printed lyrics on previous reviews, I think you get an idea of the backwards nature. In previous, that alone should prove how shallow and pointless the lyric writing is in the band. The guitars on this album have a powerfully weak tone as well. It lacks any punch whatsoever. The tone is light as air, causing the guitars to be suffocated by the loud vocals and increasing blasting of the drums. You got the point, man. He thinks it sucks. Who cares? I don't care what he thinks. Seven Chidster, paid question. He's like, where should I start with Goat Moon? Demo EPs, full length, preferably 3 releases. Honestly, we can ask the man himself. I've been trying to set up a Zoom interview with Nazi Moon, the head honcho, which I don't even know what the fuck the guy's name is. The bald guy, the guy with his wiener on the fucking 7-inch. The head honcho, the bald guy. So I don't know if he's too busy ironing his fucking Klan's robe or what, but I asked Wolfie if he can ask him. He said he would, and then I asked him twice after, no reply. Which means he doesn't want to give me bad news. But I mean, you're not giving me bad news. I knew he was going to say no. Oh, he says he's got a tough guy name. Black Goat Grave Desecrator. Which I'm sure he has desecrated exactly 0 graves in his entire lifetime. Or Jocko, I guess is his real name. No less. We can ask him if we get him on goddamn camera. Where to start? I don't know. I pretty much like most of the goddamn catalog with the exception of the stupid shit. What's the stupid shit, dog? The Terminator EP or whatever. I mean, I didn't listen to it, but I mean, I assume it fucking blows. Death Before Dishonor is their first full length. Start there. I don't know the demos, but generally speaking, you could start with demos. I have a feeling their demos probably sound like complete, utter, unlistenable ass. Don't know that. Haven't heard them. I just make that an assumption. But Death Before, just start with the first 3 albums. That's what I start in the beginning. Death Before Dishonor, 2004. That's a good album. Finish Steel Storm. That's great. And my favorite is the 3rd album, Varjot, 2011. But even the last album they did, what once was shall be again. It's good. I like it. I like Stella Polaris. I didn't like this Silver Serpent. You know what? I didn't even listen to it. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, this is why I didn't listen to it. It's one song and it's 33 minutes. This came out before the second to last. The Silver Serpent. I think we have them in stock. We did, but I didn't even put it on the player. When I heard that one track, 33 minutes, instrumental, I'm just like, I don't even want to like it. not even putting it on the goddamn player. So start with the first 3. That's what I goddamn recommend. I dig them, but yeah, will Nazi Moon be ducking the dog? It's funny, again, don't want to fucking say too much because I don't want to, well, by the time, if he didn't reply, by the time this video goes up, if I don't get an answer, because it's already been like 4 days and I have got no answer, that means he's not doing it, which, that's cool, but it's just like, it's just funny how these fans that are like, quote unquote, tough guys, can't even do a fucking interview video. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, goddamn. Because think about it, there is literally zero, and I mean zero, downside to doing a video. None. Zero. Zilch. Hell's Headbangers has your shit in stock. It'd be nice to fucking get that advertisement out to help fucking clear up those goddamn shelves. You will only gain new fans. There is no downfall whatsoever. Even if I was to bash you, which I'm not going to bash you. I mean, I might fuck, depending on their personality, I feel mine, I might fuck with them a little bit, but probably not, because he's a complete stranger. I don't know the fucking guy. But if we're jiving well and I feel like he could take a joke and shit, maybe I would, and especially if it just popped off the top of my head, maybe. But regardless, especially I'll come up with a goddamn nice juicy title, the fucking neo-Nazi of the black metal scene. We got Nazi Moon, something like that. It is going to get thousands of views, literally thousands, well over 25,000, zero doubt in my mind, with a nice, good, juicy title. And the fact that Nazi Moon probably never did a goddamn video, because you put Nazi in that title, that gets clicks. People like drama. All these people in the metal scene that call themselves men, there's about 1,000 total men in this scene. The rest, it's all a bunch of fucking broads wearing bras and high heels walking around. So what the fuck it is, dude. That's who eats up drama. Put it this way. Any of my juicy titles that have anything racist or Nazi, here's how you know if you're a broad with testosterone. You're walking around with high heels and a fucking goddamn purse and fucking just chick shit, right? Painting your goddamn nails. And you call yourself a dude. You say you have a dick and balls, and that's your apparel. This is how you know if you're in that category. If you click on any of those videos, ever, if you ever have, but you do not click on at least 3 other of my videos per week, the only videos you click on is ones that have to deal with any of that shit that I put in the titles, then you are in that category. You 100% are in that, but that is you. That is you who I'm talking about. Because you're eating up drama. What did he say? What did he say about the sketch stuff? What kind of naughty stuff? He's talking about these racists. It's worse than a child molester. That's the way they fucking make it sound. So, yeah, Mooney. There's zero downside to doing a Zoom. Zero. And none of this, I'm not going to say who said this. I just like to stick to myself. I don't really like talking and stuff. Dude, shut the fuck up, man. That is the biggest bitch broad fucking move too. Are you that much of a reclusive fucking weirdo? I mean, god damn. It's like no wonder your band isn't booming either. I mean, people know who they are, but it's not a... For as long as they've been around, as many releases they have, they've been around, they make sense why they aren't as successful as they should be. And I am a fan of them, too. That's why I asked for a fucking interview. It's like, Jesus fuck, man. Goddamn, man, you got no game. That's all I got to say. Because I could see it being some cavalt, tough guy, dumbass fucking answer like that, too. The moon isn't right, and the spells of the forest, and I don't talk. I'm... Whatever. We'll do one more and call it goddamn quits. Because, yeah, this is slowing goddamn down. I told you. Low material answers fucking... Low material calls for goddamn shorter fucking videos. People are like, well, dog, you didn't finish the whole fucking review. I was like, I left off half a paragraph, and it's like, you got this fucking gist. I mean, do you really need me to read off something? You can read it. You can read, right? Just search up Dark Funeral and read it. So, what do you need me to read for? Again, because you want my opinion, I don't care what somebody else thinks. I don't. I don't watch metal channels. I don't watch metal reviews. I never read metal magazines as a kid. I do not care what other people's opinion is. I like to be, because I don't want to be influenced either. Because if you hear something where it's like, it sucks, it's shit. Like, for example, whoever heard me read off that Dark Funeral, Atera. Now they're going to mindset, oh, this album sucks. So they have a preconceived notion in their mind that it sucks. Hence, it's already influencing their opinion, whether they realize it or not. I don't want that. I want to go in with a blank slate and make up my own mind. That's individualism. That's what I want to do. So, I don't take other people's opinions. Don't even want it. Don't even want to solicit me for free. Don't want an opinion. If it's something that looks like I'm interested in listening to, then I'll check out. That's how I handle it. That's how I've always handled it. Anyways, last question. Goddamn Patsky. Daniel Nelson Rembeles. Pay question. Rhode Island bands: Phlegm, Hideous, MANGLEUS, Head Rot, etc. Style seems more from the street / meat and potatoes. Same with Deceased. Agree or disagree? I mean, those bands sound nothing like Deceased, and personally, I'm a big Hideous, MANGLEUS fan, but Phlegm and Head Rot, I am not. It's fine. It's just more death metal that went in one ear out the other of the early 90s. It's kind of like their stuff would get reissued and people like, oh, you know, this classic, why didn't it go anywhere? It's like, listen to it. I can tell you why it didn't go anywhere. There's nothing there. Like Hideous, MANGLEUS is actual goddamn catchy songs. Just listen to it, dude. Put it on and tell me, because you could clearly hear, dude, there's an 80s punk hardcore influenced on the songwriting and how they play, but yeah, they're playing like, for lack of better words, brutal death metal. That's why it's so goddamn different. It has its own charisma. Then came out in 96, the album. Granted, they were around several years before that, like 1990 for the first demo or whatever. But why does it not sound like another New York band or any of that other bullshit? That's why. Because they probably weren't even influenced by too much death metal other than probably 80s death metal. Like the only guy I know is Sam Biles. I never met the other guy, but knowing how he's an old school guy in his 50s, I didn't ask him, but he probably doesn't even like Cannibal and Deicide and the 90s junk like Big D would like to put it. Meaning, now if he does, then that's cool. But I'm saying, but either way, even if he does like it, I bet he wasn't influenced by it. And neither were the other guys. They're all influenced by 80s stuff. But they were taking it and making, playing, death metal in the 90s way, more down-tuned, lower fucking, more, low brutal vocals. But, as you can see, a very 80s, then hardcore punk. And I think that's why it stands out from a lot of the other bands. Because all they were doing, dude, like by the time Cannibal came out, Deicide, Suffocation, and Morbid Angel, Immolation, and Incantation, those were pretty much your 6 fucking bands. Everyone was just ripping those bands off. If you'd be hard-pressed. Again, there's exceptions to the rule, like Vader and Malevolent Creation. There's stuff out the box. But I'm talking about the smaller tier bands that, let's say they did a demo or an album. Almost every single one of them was influenced by the 6 I just said. Again, exceptions to the rule, so don't come over here fucking retard. I understand that. That's why the Tish was so goddamn great. They're a band of their own. But for all those bands, look how many bands try to sound like Suffocation. Once Butchered at Birth came out especially, how many bands were trying to sound like Butchered at Birth? Incan clones coming off. Immolation, the more drony mid-paced death metal. You know what I mean? And then did Morbid Angel. How many goddamn Morbid Angel worship bands there are? Tons. A bunch of which I goddamn like. But it was always somebody along those lines. Hideous, MANGLEUS, come in. It's a death metal band. Sounds like nobody. Literally sounds like nobody. But yeah, Head Rot and Phlegm, not for the dog. And as far as them, I think they have no affiliation with Deceased. It's like, thanks for Mordacidot LP, plays great. Phlegm, masterpiece of Mutilation Rocks. Got my Hideous, MANGLEUS pre-order. CDs and LPs of the Hideous, MANGLEUS. All Your Friends Are Dead on pre-order now. Repressed on CD. Been out of print since 1996. And the very first time ever, never not one time ever been on vinyl. Double LP on pre-order. I think its release date is next month, I believe. Hopefully they goddamn come early, but we'll see. But it's out this fucking year. And, so get your goddamn order in so you don't miss out and you're in the goddamn cool club with the good shits. Any questions you want answered? You know where to send them in? It's all in the description box. You want that personalized Zoom? And I don't want a life history Punisher fucking Zoom. No names mentioned. You can send that in too, or email me in the goddamn description box. But just beware. Like, send me stuff that... Generally speaking, people want to hear about metal. Grant, you're 30 minutes or whatever, and you can see it could go a little bit over. I mean, don't take unfair advantage of my generous goddamn offer. If it goes over 45 minutes, close to an hour, that's fine. But no, I do not want to be sitting there 2-3 hours talking all goddamn day. I do not have time for that shit. In which case, it's a fucking $400 goddamn video. That's going to be the goddamn case. And just keep in mind, people are going to leave comments. So, they generally want to hear about metal or whatever. I don't give a fuck. You can talk about whatever the hell you want. It's your video, but be prepared. If you do outside, there's a good chance they're going to have a field day in the comments. So keep that in mind. But get them in, Bubbles. Later, goddammit.